Are y'all ready? I'll give you the first category before we even get to the 5 stars. We have a female who is coming up today to tell us about her experience with TKO, that she has not shown anyone else text messages between them. And also to discuss her experience with Brandon Keys, the agency owner, who used to have her shower for him on FaceTime and verbally harass, scream, and yell at her to the point where she had to go and seek help. That's the first story. Yes, once again, the agency owner, Brandon Keys, she would be showing messages between her and TKO, as well as Brent. I'm not playing. She used to make him shower on he used to make her shower on FaceTime and yell at and verbally harass her. Yes, that's the first story. And she also will be showing and providing text messages between her and TKO that she has not exposed before. That is the first out of 3 stories. Can y'all run it up, please? Can y'all run it up, please? You know that we need to be on boxes before we start the People Want to Know, but I want to drop all of the categories. Now, when we start the People Want to Know in about 20 to 30 minutes, I want to let everyone know that there is no muting, admin. There is no kicking. Anyone who comes into contact with the People Want to Know where they are being included in the category, feel free to come on up in these 3 stories that are being told tonight. Thank you. Hi, Nichelle. Yes, get it to 5 stars before we drop the categories. It's you who thinks about these things. Exactly. Okay, Scatmantha. How can I recharge faster? You can go through the bigo. You can go through the wallet, and they have a recharge thing there. Yes, get it to 5 stars, and I'm gonna drop the other 2 categories. I'm gonna drop 2 categories that a lot of you might really like. Cookie Monsters, you as a key. Yes, we need 2 more stars, and I'm gonna drop the other 2 categories before we even start, because y'all know I need to be at between 8 to 10 boxes before we start the People Want to Know. What's on your head? Beauty, fashion, glamour, Met Gala. Don't worry about what's on my head. Yes, run it up. We need to be at 5 stars before I drop the categories. I do. Go recharge. The Met Gala doesn't... Baby, I made the Met Gala. I am the Met Gala. Lady Gaga, the Met, Beyonce, Nicki, they all inspired to be me. I can't help it. I can't help the beauty. It's not my fault. This is not taco meat. This is my natural hair. Please don't be... Let me tell you something about me. Let me get close. Excuse me, La Barbara. Let me tell you something about me. Let me tell you something about me. A girl like me, doesn't need to worry about what you're saying, baby. Okay? So if you're gonna talk, make sure you know exactly what you're talking about. Run it up so I can drop the other 2 categories. Run it up. We got 3 stories today for the People Want to Know. Realness, fish, the drag and the trans girls could never. You girls aspire, and you real women, you biological woman, as you say, get a Q, get a check, okay? This is what beauty looks like. You're not doing it. And I'll take your nigga and I'll send him home to you broke. Ha ha! Came along before the drip out on everything else, who has messages and voice recordings of her and TKO as well. Things that Armani, things that no one knows about. She is finally deciding to step forward and tell her story and her interaction between them as well. And the stories about him before
she found out how nasty he was, trying to make her shit on him, fart and queef. God damn it! Son of a bitch. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me, honey.
It is not yet a no. Yes, let's get to 5 stars so I can tell you all 3 different categories we have today. Now, there's a category in here that you really, why is she doing it now? These are, the people want to know. These are questions, comments, and concerns we have. So we're going to look and see. Who knows? We'll find out why people want to come forward and tell their story. Maybe they're afraid to. Maybe they're afraid of the repercussions. Maybe they're locked in. Maybe there's things that happened between that wasn't allowing them to. Maybe they want to step to the light. We'll find out. We need, first of all, can we get to 5 stars before I drop all categories, number 1? We have 3 different categories that we'll be discussing today. And one of the categories is something that you'll want to hear. Oh, I need to turn my AC on. Give me just a second. Let me turn my AC on. Run it up, y'all. Because you know we're not starting my show till I'm on boxes, bitch. To do nasty things as well as fart on him, shit on him, and have a certain smell. The second category we have is the man who came up and said that $18,000 was taken from him and some of his hosts who's with Rasta Girl. He is not in the agency, but this man has slid forward over 10 different receipts and voice recording conversations between him and Rasta where she is admitting that she is supposed to pay him money back. Over $18,000. This man has come forward and shown receipts of the deposits and some fraudulent activity that has happened between the two. He has also provided some voice recordings between them as well. The third and very important category we have is a female and a male who were stuck in an agency with an owner who was not paying them over 4 months, to the point where they had to take legal action and actually did appropriate things that you might want to hear in terms of contacting Bigo to let them know, to the point where their agency owner got so terrified that they actually released them and let them go to another agency. Now, the third story, that story is very important because a lot of you are trapped in agencies and don't know what exactly to do. So I'm going to let this host come up and explain the legal action that they were taking towards letting Bigo know and contacting them and everyone else towards getting them released from that agency. Once again, we have 3 stories today on the People Want to Know. Run it up, y'all. You know I need boxes before I start. So I need treasure box. I need a hot leopard, hot portal. I need all of that. Run it up. One of the 3 stories we have today is a female who will be coming to explain, who has put forward photos and documentation evidence of her and TKO's interaction before the Drip Idol. She was one of the original females that never came forward to talk about how he wanted her to shit on him, fart and queef on his penis, and do other things. Show enough, why don't you come up here and tell me how much of a hot mess I am, so I can drag you through the chitlin circuit. How about that? Now, this female also is one of the females who Brandon Keys, the owner of the Keys to the Streets agency, she was FaceTiming for him. He had her FaceTiming naked in the shower. Most likely was masturbating as well to her, to the point where she had to stop because she became verbally assaulted and threatened. This is one of the females that's stepping forward and telling her story. Second story we have is the man between Rasta Girl, $18,000. Yes, Brendan Keys, Keys to the Streets agency. Yes, had a female on here. Yes, FaceTiming on the shower. Yes, she brought her receipts as well. she would be telling her story. Thank you, Nichelle. Run it up. Does anyone have a treasure box? Hey, 20, bitch. $18,000. The second story is not 18K, not a dragon, and 8K. $18,000. A male got gypped out of by Rasta Girl. He sent receipts of the deposits of the accounts, and we will also be playing voice messages between him and her, expressing how she was saying she knows she owes him in the interaction they had. We'll be showing pictures and receipts and letting him tell his story. Admin, there's no muting, there's no kicking. The third story out of the three that we have is a host and a male who came up. This female was in this agency owner's agency, and he had not paid them for over 3 to 4 months. One of the hosts in there had to take legal action to the point where it got so aggressive in them contacting Bigo that the agency owner released these hosts. Now, this story might be prominent to some of you all because some of you are in or have been in this bind with your agency owner to the point where you don't know which type of legal action and how to go and contacting Bigo. So I'm going to let this female and this male tell their story. And the male is still trapped in this agency owner's agency. The female got out and released. So this male possibly might be trying to take legal action. Yes, y'all, run it the fuck up. You know we're not starting till we're on boxes. Let's go. Hey, Tommy. Let's go. Let's motherfucking...
Hold up.
Thank you. Run it up. Run it the fuck up. Let's go. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready, bitch? So real.
Yo, what up, what up, what up? What's up, everybody?
Hi, So real. How you doing?
I'm good. Hopefully everybody else is
So,
good too.
I hope everyone else is well as well. Okay, So real. So tell us who you are and how you basically, before we start to even show any receipts, you are not in
Okay.
Roster Girls Agency, correct?
I am not in Roster Girls Agency. I'm not. We in the
Okay.
same
Well,
family
first,
though.
you're in the same you're in the same family.
Yes, I know people in her agency though.
Okay, so before we even get to the gist, can y'all run him up a little bit? Well, we're gonna run you up as we go along. Before we even get into logistics, and we're gonna backtrack a little bit, and someone can go get Roster Girl if she wants to come forward. How much money in total were you taken out of in this whole transaction that we're about to get into?
If you want to talk about dragons thrown on other people, yeah, it's
Just
exceeding.
give
It's
us just
about
give us encompass dollar amount how much money you
it's
are here
probably
for.
over it's probably over 18,000. But
Over eight
just
over 18,000.
yeah, in total because we joined two families. So a previous family before um we was in another family and I was dropping dragons and she was telling me that she was gonna pay me and she never did.
Okay, so we're gonna start with before all that happens. You sent over an audio that I'm about to play. What is the audio that we're about to listen to?
The audio is basically our conversation, about what she owed me and everything else because I wind up going to the founder of my family and then I reported her to my agency owner uh, about, how she was moving and the stuff that I invested in, you know, and it didn't come back. And I missed 2 months not even getting paid off the app for, just investing thinking it was going to come back.
Who exactly introduced you to Rasta Girl before we play this recording?
Well, I knew Rasta Girl for a minute, but my agency owner introduced me and her, and we didn't have no idea that she moved like that though. I didn't. I thought she
Okay,
was cool people.
so let's listen to this recording that we're about to play first, and then we're gonna go and look at. You sent over also some of the transactions as well, and one of the
Yeah.
transactions is very interesting because one of the transactions said fraudulent or report fraud. So before we get into that, let's first listen to this audio. Okay.
All right.
What's going on? Um, are these all the screenshots?
No, there's more. And
And what?
I said, no, it's more. A lot of these is,
I don't think you understood the assignment because, like, we can literally scroll back within our conversation and pull screenshots. Be, held accountable to that, and that will be that, right? I absolutely see no reason why there needs to be two people overseeing this, but because it is where it is, right? I will, whenever we come up with that number, which I would really, really like today. Today's the month goes ended. It's the first. It is right around the corner. So I want to have all my shit set up because you're not the only situation I have to prepare for.
how many, how many other situations, how many other situations do you have?
My original response to what the fuck that got to do with you? But I definitely have other situations. But don't worry about it. Everybody's cool. You're the one who's not cool and is reporting to me. So I have to sort you out properly. Okay? And I spoke to Sharice. I, told her like, well, I don't know if you know, but we spoke to Nightfire, and then so we're going to do this, like a refund way, and whatnot.
Is that my, Cerise, Carlton?
I don't know that she called you, but I spoke to her today to update her on the situation. Uh,
Okay, so real. So first and foremost, was there a certain part of the audio that we needed to listen to that was really core? Because I know I heard some of it.
It's more like it's a 40-minute recording, and I had to hear too as well. Like it gets really good and stuff where she's actually admitting and stuff like that. And
Okay, what because we don't have a 40-minute time block, but what part do we hear that she's admitting and saying, "Yeah, I do owe you."
I would have to fast forward. I would have to fast forward to the point where everybody can hear it, where I get upset and she admits to the dragons and everything else.
Okay,
And
what point? What
y'all,
point is that? Because I can fast forward to that. What point is that?
I, I, I think it's like 5 minutes in. So where she was basically even the dragons that I threw, she was acknowledging that, and then she was telling me, "Don't say that. See, you shouldn't say that." And I was trying to get a timeline, like when I'm gonna get my shit back, and she never told me. She was trying to get me to communicate with Nightfire, talk to a third party, because she didn't want to deal with me directly. I guess I made her feel uncomfortable because how I was asking her. I was being very respectful,
Hmm.
you know, but
So is the 40? So we see a whole bunch of transactions here that we were just looking at. We saw about 3 to 4 transactions that said Bigo business, Bigo business, Bigo business. What exactly is that pertaining to? What is that exactly?
it's pertaining. I was investing in dragons for $100, $100 PK.
Okay.
She told me that she can set me up with the $100 PK, and it never happened. Not only did she do me like that, she did Crook like that. I mean, she did other people. She owes Nightfire. She owes Karma. I mean, there's a
How many?
list.
How much does she owe? Okay, so she owes you 18,000. How many does she owe all these other people?
Well, she owed 40 dragons to Crook. I don't know the dollars when it comes to that. She owes she owes Nightfire about 3,500. I don't know the exact dollar amount that she owes Karma, but I know it's a large number as well too. It's not
40,
like a
40
few hundred.
dragons is about seven. 40 dragons is about seven, almost $8,000. So there's
Yes,
18,000 with you, and then there's $8,000 with this person that you're talking about. 3,500
yep.
more dollars. What?
And that's just the people that I'm familiar with. But I know that there's other people out there. I also know that she's not paying her agents as well too, because I spoke to a few people that's been hit me up
Okay,
and
so
told
you
me
invested. So you invested because we're gonna go look at more messages here. You invested into her for 100 boxes. What happened when you had your 100 box?
she didn't come through. Matter of fact,
How many
she
dragons
claimed
were
that
you expecting?
I was expecting all of them to come through.
Okay, let's look at. Wow. Okay, let's look at some of these. This is bad. Okay, let's look. Okay, I'm gonna read some of these messages here. Okay, here we go. Bigo business 450. Bigo business $500. Bigo business $950. 10 dragons total at 41 now. This is a lot of payments. Okay. Cash app. Here we go. Dispute transaction. Dispute transaction. Oh, we can't show that. That's got a phone number. We can't show that. That's got a phone number. We can't show that. That's got a phone number. Okay. And here's some conversations between you and her as well. 2K for 20. You want it? I must be dreaming. And these are messages as well. So all of those
Yeah,
transactions, all of those transactions are you paying 4 dragons for her, including the 2,000 for the 20.
me investing in dragons. Yes, and the cold part was I was getting ready to go out of town because my father passed away 3 days before my birthday.
I'm so
So she
sorry.
was throwing these deals out there. It's okay, but yeah.
Hmm.
So she was throwing these deals out there for me, telling me that she can get the 100 boxes and everything else. And I'm thinking that she had pull like that. I didn't have no reason to doubt her. Um, but what caught me off guard was she had me with those dragons and other people live streams in their PKs and stuff, and then she'd tell me she'd pay me back, and she'd never show up.
So, do you have the messages of her? Because I know you didn't, but do you have any of those messages that you could show right now of her saying that she was going to come pay you back?
Yeah, I have all of that. She even confirmed it with Nightfire.
Do you have any that you can
Like
show
something.
us right now? Because we love that. Mind you, I believe you, but we absolutely love that.
Hold on. I got video of her confirming that.
Oh,
I have audio recordings of her verbally saying that whatever I throw, she's gonna reimburse me from her mouth. This is
now this woman owes this man
you got
over $18,000.
no
She owes him.
no offense, but you got people in your agency that's in the family hitting their kids. I have an issue. I mean, like, look, can I join the party too? Because they get Roster, they getting a salary. They're getting paid. I'm not. This is month two of me not getting a salary. I got a 7-year-old son. What about me? What about my son? I'm trying to win too. I'm always gonna be fair, and I'm always gonna think about everybody else, and I'm always gonna be there to help people when it's needed. I lost my dad 2 months. I'm not even tripping. I let that go. I paid for my father's funeral. My dad has been it's going on month three. I done went through a lot of shit. And then on top of that, I'm taking care of my mom too, making sure she's good too. But you don't see me fussing, tripping, none of that stuff. I'm dealing with my demons, with my family, and everything else. But these people ain't going through none of the stuff that I'm going through, and they getting paid and everything else. But what about me? What about mine? I'm not gonna suffer another month. Fuck that.
Okay, so real, pause the audio. Pause the audio here. Now, so real, I have to
Oh,
ask you because this is the people want to know. Pause the audio. I have to ask you after. So you, because people are saying, why did you send whatever X, Y, and Z? In your mind, you were sending her all of this because you thought this was going to come back in one box PK, correct?
correct.
So this was not something that you were sending and this happened and then you kept sending over time. This was a bunch that you sent at once and paid for at once and gave money to store up at once and sent because you thought that this was coming back at your 100 boxes. And then you're saying that you were on the phone with her saying, where is my dragons at? Where is my money at? X, Y, and Z.
When
And it
she
still has not
when
happened over time.
when she could not guarantee me to get a box, I told her, you know what? Because Nightfire was giving me 80 percenters, 70 percenters. So I was like, you know what? Fine, fuck it. If I can't get 100 bucks, I got these PKs coming up, and I screenshotted and sent over. Matter of fact, let me do this. Let me send you the screenshots that I sent her about the PKs that I had because I screenshotted every 70 percenter, every 80 percenter, and she would never respond. Matter of fact, I'll catch her in other people's lives. I didn't confront her like, oh, um, she would be communicating with members of the family, but she'll never come through. I will share it. She would say, well, you have to keep calling me. I will call her. She'll never answer the phone. I will share the lies. I will send her my PK links and stuff like that beforehand, letting her know I had these things, and she'll never come. And
So
then,
So I will say that's horrible that happened. But have you had any conversation with your agency owner who's at fault to blame for introducing you to this person as well?
well, I mean, she did her the same way because she's in her agency. So she kind of
She
played
did her the
her,
same. Wait, hold up. She did her the same way, but then she
and
referred them to you.
no, it was after the fact. I mean, when you in an agency, you're not expecting the person to be like that. Like I didn't know she moved like that until I reported her and I started talking to other people, and then that's when I started finding out. Yeah, I went through this, and then we
Miss
started putting two to two together.
Miss Quinn, come up here, my love. Come up here. And then you started putting two together. So Ross is probably not going to come over here. She rarely comes over when these types of
Shout
things
out to
happen.
Nightfire. I mean, she did
Is
Nightfire.
night
She
is
did
Nightfire
Nightfire
is
cold
Nightfire
too.
is Nightfire
Yes,
here?
he did.
Nightfire here?
Yeah, he's in the comments too. She did him. She did him cold too.
Okay, Nightfire, come on up, please. Because this
So
is crazy.
I mean, my thing is, I just want to make people aware of just be careful. Be careful about your agency. Be careful of because I do know that she's getting a house built. That I do know, and I also know that you know the things that she was doing. That was just the way to keep people from asking when they're going to get their funds back. Like I said, I'm not the
Okay.
only person that's in that situation that's going through this too. But I'm making it be aware. Just be careful in this app. Just
Well,
because they
Roster, if you're watching or somewhere, I don't know, wherever you are, feel free to come up and let us know exactly what is going on. I know that sometimes you do or don't. Nightfire is about to come up. Um,
I welcome her.
but Roster,
I welcome her. I welcome her to come up.
yeah, because
I
how has
got.
it been when you've been trying to when you've been trying to get in contact with her?
She don't answer. She doesn't answer at all.
How long have you been trying to get in contact with her?
I've been since the beginning of when she did not pay me. Matter of fact, she started sending me fuck your money messages and video recordings and stuff and all
So
those
she owes you
stuff like that.
$18,000 and started saying to you, "Fuck your money."
Yep, take that to the bank. Share that with whoever. No cap. Now
I
we
want
was
Nightfire to.
cool. We was cool up until that.
Wow.
We was in two families together, and I never thought that she moved like that until it actually happened to me. I talked to Crook earlier today, and he was telling me how she did him, and he's been on live streams and vocalizing what happened to him. We talked for a good hour on the phone. So
Um,
you know, and if you want to hear that too, I got proof of that too.
you have proof of what?
Me and Crook conversation, how she did him.
Been trying to contact her for over a month. Come on up here, Flowers. Seems that there's other people who are in the comments as well who said that they've been having similar issues with this individual as
She
well.
did. She did.
So
She did Karma. She did Karma the same way. She did Nightfire the same way. Karma. Karma used to work. Used to do work for her and not get paid. She used to screw her over.
used to work for her. Wow. So this did not go around. No one heard about this. No one in the essence of all of y'all working for this individual. No one's tapped in and said, "Hey, did you guys ever hear about how this individual is moving?"
You got people in the comments said she did dread like that too.
Oh my God. Nightfire, come on up here. I know you came from your other device. From your other device. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Okay.
Hello.
Hi, Nightfire. How are you?
Good. Yourself?
I'm doing great. So, Nightfire, what exactly? I'm hearing that you're owed 40 dragons, which is about almost $8,000. So Real is owed $18,000 from
She
this
owed.
individual.
She owed Nightfire 4,500.
Oh,
Oh,
four
in
thousand
dollars?
five
Yeah.
hundred dollars.
Yeah. She owes me a little. Hold on. It's about how much was it last time I checked? Yeah, 145K. Is it? Let me double check, but something like around those numbers.
And and
Uh,
and and what happened exactly?
so I met Rasa when I was a rookie 2 years ago. That's how it started. So with time, we bonded and everything. Then we kind of lost track, and basically one of my bigo friends was I was looking for business for an ally, and she referred me to Russ. And I'm like, wait a minute, Russ, since it's been a year I haven't seen her. So that's how it started. Like I reconnected with her, and then we started doing business, and because she already did business with my friend in question. So I'm like, okay, let's do this. So that was before she joined my family. All right. So she joined our family about, let's see, just about, I would say September, October of 2021, right? Just recently, last fall. So back then, everything was good. She was paying, everything was good. But then, who keeps referring? The person in question is very extremely legit. It's like one of,
Ignore all of that and just condense and tell us your story of how,
yeah.
what happened exactly.
So what time she goes like, I knew she has her agency and everything. She was like, Nightfire, what would you say if I come in your family with maybe a couple of my new hosts? And I said, well, okay, sure, why not? So she comes in, right, with maybe two hosts, that's it. And every 2 3 weeks she was adding new what's it called, new hosts too. So I was like, all right. So she brought Visa. She brought a couple of other hosts that
She
wasn't
brought you
necessarily.
Visa, crazy Visa, whose dog died Visa?
That's correct. And I knew about the story about Visa and everything, right? But I said, listen, if Rasta is vouching for him and everything, I said, listen, as long you control him and you do everything it's possible to, clear the air, you're responsible for him. Yes, that's the same Visa in question, unfortunately. So that was one of the agreements I had with her. I said, okay, it's your friend, you're gonna clear his reputation, whatever, cool. That's one thing. Now, this happened like, when was it? After the gala, like in winter. Crook, Crook is there too. Crook is actually one of the people too that knows about the story. So, anyways, so at one point, we started doing this and everything. When I ask her to drop, I always expect that the person drops on their own name, right? But she sends other people to drop on her behalf. I'm like, all right, for prestige, ideally it's always internally, right? Within the family because it doubled the points. But she was asking other people to actually drop on her behalf. So it fucks my calculations. I'm like, okay, whatever, as long as I get my shit back. And then with time, she was flipping. I realized she's trying to flip the bill to somebody else. And that's what happened. She was hopping her bill to somebody else. She was consolidating her debt with other people, right? And she was starting to create a new bill with those other people. I didn't know that, some of them were her own hosts. So I said, all right, this is legit because, she's her, there are the, what's it called, the agency leaders. So I said, well, they know what they're doing. It wasn't like somebody random, right? So that's what caught my attention. At one point, I'm like, you know what? I had Visa at one point asking me, oh, are you doing box PKs? And I said, yeah, we do box PKs. Why? Well, Rasta told me that I'm qualified to do a box PK with you guys. I said, yes, technically you're right. I said, you have your shot. Um, but then he goes like, well, Rasta told me this, this, this. And I said, wait a minute. If Rasta promised you something without my consent, that's fucked up. I'm going to tell you straight up what happened. So she promised him a guaranteed spot on the PKs, on the box PK, and that's what happened. And same thing with Visa and Gucci too. Same damn approach. They guaranteeing spots without having my input. That's what happened.
So how did you end up losing 4,500?
Well, the 45 is not mine though. She owes me like was it 14 or 16 dragons, not more.
How did that happen?
Well, that was the thing. The last time I had a communication with her was end of March, and I asked her, listen, I have a couple of PKs coming up, and then she went signing radio. The last time she told me something about she was in the hospital, sent me a video that I don't know what the hell was going on. She was with her kids, saying like, listen, I'll get back to you soon, so don't worry about it. Okay, cool. And I texted her a week after, said, listen, I have my PK, I really need those dragons, and no receptions. I tried to reach with other people that knows her, including one of her own hosts, and same thing. No news since then. Her agency WhatsApp and her personal WhatsApp, both, nothing. Called, nothing. So everybody has been since then. I'm telling you, it's been over a month, no news at all. And that's what we
So
need.
real, how long has it been? Wait a minute. Thank you, Nightfire. Just a second. So real, how long has it been that you have not had your $18,000? Gucci, come into the queue. $18,000. So real, how long has it? How many months has it been?
This goes all the way back to November. This go back when we was in the first family, because I was throwing dragons for her in the previous family before we joined. Before we got into Nightfire family, because we came over. So this go all
So
the way back to September. No, October.
Gucci, if you're here, you can. Do you guys know someone named Legend of Gucci?
Yeah,
I
he
don't
wasn't
know.
our family.
He was in your family.
Yeah.
He's saying that you guys scammed him out of some of his PKs. Nightfire
Damn,
specifically.
So this is the thing.
damn.
He wanted to be part of the PKs, the box PK, same thing as Visa. But I told him, listen, you have to work on your prestige ranking. So he's trying to do what's it called, the BYOB PKs or regular PKs, and saying that
Nightfire, you
those
full of shit. You a
rewards.
compulsive fucking liar. You a compulsive
Hold
fucking
up.
liar. Mute his ass
Hold
real
up,
quick.
hold up, Gucci. Hold up, Gucci. I want to
Lying
let
mother.
him say his piece. Just a second. Go ahead, Nightfire.
So the rewards, he claims that the rewards go directly to me, the PK reward. I always told him, listen, Bigo pays you directly. The replacement form, you have to be sure that the PK is in line to be sure you have the right opponent by the end of the day. That's what happened. Then he say like, listen, you get my rewards. I said, bro, I don't get the rewards. Everybody gets their rebates directly in their wallet. It could take 3 to 4 weeks minimum, if not complete the missing reward form. And that's it. We all waiting. I have rewards that's been over a year too waiting. That's how it goes. But he didn't believe me. So he claims that I'm taking the money from all the PKs that everybody's doing in their family. That make no sense.
Okay, hold up, Nightfire. Let me just unmute him to let him say his piece. Go ahead, Gucci.
Nightfire, you full of shit. You fucking dirty Canadian. Okay? I just told you I ain't got no goddamn chains. I'm asking for a potato ass. Anyways, this motherfucker ripped me off, okay? You the motherfucker, you played me in my big box PK. You and your motherfucking people. Whoever you had organizing, orchestrating the motherfucking big box PKs, that motherfucker had me get all of my people lined up for the motherfucking PK. We had our money ready, our money. Nightfire played stupid as fuck. Like he didn't know what the fuck was going on. Okay, he had his whoever was orchestrating that shit snatched me the fuck out at the last motherfucking minute. After me and my people had all of our shit organized, and we was ready to go. He acted like he know what the fuck was going on. Like he couldn't say shit. He couldn't do nothing about it. Then he started throwing me PKs. Talking about, well, I got PKs that I could just give to you or whatever the case was. So the PKs, the crazy ass, petty ass rebates, percentage PK that he was giving me, I was doing them, and he was like, just forward me the screenshot or whatever who your opponent is, and he'll take care of the rest. So that's what I did, and I never received no motherfucking rebates for that because, goddamn it, I guess he didn't handle his part. What the fuck going on with these big ass ducks? I guess he didn't handle his part on his motherfucking end. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, Knife, are you full of shit? You play that backdoor shit like you don't be knowing what the fuck going on. Like all of your people was handling all your motherfucking business. And then when somebody approach you with the shit, you act real stupid. That's what Mexicans do. They are known for ripping motherfuckers off. They are known for that shit.
Okay. Nightfire, do you know, is there anywhere, Gucci, I'm going to unmute you both. Because So Real and Crook, if Roster Girl comes over here to tell her piece, I would love for her to do that. But I'm going to unmute you all. Is there anywhere, Nightfire and Gucci, where you can prove, Gucci, that Nightfire has taken money from you or owes you actual money? I know this sounds janky with everything, but we're just trying to... Nightfire?
We never did any trades.
Okay.
Not fire. The shit that you was supposed to submit for my PKs, you never submitted that shit. Okay, and I never got my rebates for that. You the one that told me to screenshot and send it to you, and you was gonna take care of the rest. You never submitted that shit, and I never got my rebate. So yeah, you do owe me. What the fuck do you mean? Are you serious?
How many times I have to tell you, Gucci?
Bitch, what
Bigo
you mean? How many
admins,
times got a motherfucker tell me, motherfucker, run me my money? I
Bigo
will come
admins
to
don't
this.
even take screenshots for family PKs.
I
It's
sent you what you
automated.
told me. Hey, listen to me, homeboy. I sent
We
you what the
have the
fuck you got.
screenshots in case
Mute
you
his
don't get it.
motherfucking ass, Robert. You told me to send you some shit, and I sent it to you, bitch. Where my shit at?
Well,
He
that's the
full of shit,
thing.
Robert.
Those screenshots are backup in case you don't get it after 3 or 4 weeks. There's a form for that.
Gucci, I will say in his defense, he's correct. He's correct. It's automated. So that would be something you would take up with Bigo. You would take that up with Bigo, not. I'm gonna unmute you, Gucci, but I am telling you that man Nightfire doesn't owe you anything. That is something that you would take up with Bigo, and he is correct. I will say that for when it comes to doing that. Go ahead.
He never submitted them, which he was supposed to do. This is what I'm trying to tell you, Robert. He was supposed to submit them
Okay.
PKs like he told me. You never did that, so that's what put me behind.
Okay. Well, if
HNIC,
that is the case, I
your
don't know.
shade. Go ahead,
I don't know
cause I'll
exactly
blow
what
his
happened,
shit
but
out.
if that is the case, oh Lord, if that is the case, he can still do that. And Gucci, you just contact with that with him. And thank you, Nightfire. You can still do that, Gucci, and you guys can still have that conversation. So real. I'm gonna close with you with your $18,000. I hope that Ross is seeing this. I hope. Thank you for bringing awareness to this, and I hope that one day you're able to get in contact with her. Yeah, I haven't gotten any rebates either. So Gucci, to be honest with you, I wouldn't put that on Nightfire. Um, I hope that some way, shape, or form that you get your $18,000. I know you have a son, and I know you have a father that just passed. So, Rasta, if you are watching this, I hope that you contact this man and make your reputation better because he has showed receipts of the transactions that he has
I
had.
know
Do you have any
she's
thoughts?
probably she's
What?
she's she knows she's watching. She's in the window. She's watching. She
Yeah,
don't she don't
she.
have that. I welcome her because I got some other stuff too.
Wow.
I got some
Okay.
other stuff. I got some deep personal things about her, how she moves on this app that could really get funky. I
Well,
done I
let's
done
get
my
funky.
home
Well, let's get
I done
funky.
my homework, but
Let- Wait, 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 wait,
but
wait. Wait, because $18,000 is enough for me to get funky, nasty, and dirty. So let's get funky.
oh, it just I mean for the people out there that's been fucked over by her. I'm
Oh,
speaking up for those people because
yeah.
I know several people on this app that she's done dirty, then took advantage of, saying finessing, all these sweet word language, saying that she got beat up, all this other stuff, so people can stop asking about their money and stuff just to fund her new house that she haven't built up. Yeah,
Mm.
we know about her.
Or drop the names.
I dropped a few of them, but there's others.
Well, funk it up. Who?
There's people in her agency that she's not paying.
Well, let's talk about it. Name them. We're here. Somebody owes you. Let me tell you something real. If somebody owes you $18,000, shouldn't nothing be holding you back. This is your moment and your opportunity.
Definitely. But like I would say this, Karma, if you listening, come speak your truth because you was the main person working with her. She stopped paying
Wait,
you.
who? Who?
Karma,
Karma? Like karma.
Karma, yes, like with the K.
She was the main one working with her.
Well, she was the main person working for her, and she was screwing over. She was doing work and not getting paid.
Oh, she was not getting paid as well. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Okay.
And she moved numbers on here.
hmm Not Karma family. Yeah, Karma. The girl Karma. Okay, well, thank you, so real. I hope that I know that she's watching from the window, and if she contacts me, then because she has before, after people want to know, then we'll try to get that resolved for you if we can. So I'm sorry that that happened to you, and I hope somehow you recoup that $18,000 because that is not okay at all.
Well, I'm gonna keep going to Bigo, and like I said, anybody else that's been done, wrong or whatever, let Bigo show those receipts and everything else.
Yeah.
Let them investigate her because people work too hard on this app to get screwed over.